I'm going to show you how I was able to farm a reactor like this for my ultimate Lepic, and how you can farm them and take your characters to the next level in terms of their skill power. Just before the video starts, we are about to smash through 1k subs, and I really appreciate that everyone is helping us out. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. It will be a very short video today. It's not a very complicated subject, but it's directed at those beginners who may have missed some of the more core and basic concepts of the game that do help you progress that little bit further. So if you're experienced, the video may not be for you. If you want to watch anyway, I would appreciate it. So while farming for reactors, there's a couple of different things that you need to actually keep in mind so you know what you're farming for. The different things you need to go through on your reactors are going to be your optimized conditions, skill boost power, and the substats at the bottom where I have gold and a purple. So the first thing we have on the reactor is the optimized conditions. We have the Neztra's Devotion mounting on this reactor, which means when we are using the Neztra's Devotion, we get an extra 60% skill power. Now you do have to be holding it in your hands. It can't just be in your inventory. If you were to be shooting the Thunder Cage or the Greg's vs Fate, your reactor would only give you a 100% skill power boost. But if you use the Neztra's Devotion, in this specific case, use whatever your optimized condition is, then it gives you 160% boost. That's probably the simplest mechanic to get down. Obviously, it's just use the weapon. One thing that may be a little more overlooked is going to be the skill power boost ratio. Now there can be a couple of different things in there, and it's all going to come down to your skill elements and skill types. If we come over and have a look at his skills, right, you can see they're all fire element. So we have a fire reactor, obviously. Now the skill type, tech, singular, tech, and then this is his passive. We're going to be looking mainly at the overkill for damage and the grenade for mob damage. So we're going to want a tech reactor. We have a tech reactor. It's fire skill power boost and tech skill power boost. So that fits the element and type of the skill that I want to use with Lepic. So make sure that fits with the skill that you plan on using for any character it may be. If it's Bunny and you want to use her for, get electric type, and with whatever the type that is, I don't use Bunny, but whatever type that move is, whether it be a tech or a dimensional or a singular target skill, get the reactor that has that. It will make you about 20% stronger. And when it comes down to the substats, obviously they're self-explanatory in terms of I wanted skill critical hit damage and I wanted additional skill when attacking the Colossus. That's the goal of the build, to kill a Colossus quicker. When it comes to actually getting these, there's a couple of random ones that are like skill cost and skill critical hit damage, right? It has tech, it's a blue beetle, so it would still work for Lepic and his ultimate, but it isn't quite exactly what I was going for. That's why I've hearted it, and then I've just leave it. If I want to change the builds, you can also put it in your inventory, like your storage box. If you want to change around with your builds, you can always try out other reactors with different weapon mounting options. Now, I kept this one. I don't have the Wave of Light yet, but I could get that, right? This has the Fire Tech skill boost, and it also has a gold tech power boost attribute and a gold skill critical hit rate attribute. Could this possibly be better than a purple additional skill when attacking Colossi? I'm not too sure. If you reckon that would, let me know in the comments. Like, if you think I should actually farm up the Wave of Light. Obviously, I can't compare them right now because I don't have the Wave of Light. I lose 60% skill power, so it's never going to come quite as close, but could end up being quite good. I just need to keep an eye on that. So I've just been holding on to it, and anything I like the rules of, I favorite it and I hold on to it just for the off chance that I actually end up using it. When it comes to actually farming these, how do you go about target farming a reactor that you want? So if you come to the map and go on to difficulty level reward, you'll be able to see all of these missions. These all say reactor. That's because they drop reactors, but you can be a bit more specific. Attribute, we want fire, right? We want a fire reactor. There's all your fire reactors, but we can go down specifically for a fire tech reactor. And then these are going to be only for if you're farming auxiliaries. Reactor at the bottom, we can see that's where they are. We wanted to get a fire tech reactor. You come to the area and you can farm any mission within the area, and that's how you will get fire reactor drops. So I'm just going to start a random mission here. But yeah, you can be more specific with the missions you do. Obviously, there's a golden reactor already. So after one mission, we were able to get 2 reactors. We got a fire tech and a fire tech, so they do fit the fire tech. We actually got a fire tech Thunder Cage mountain, which would have been really good if only that chill skill power boost ratio was a critical hit damage ratio. I would have actually swapped to this, so that was almost really good. But unfortunately, neither of them are going to cut it for me, and I'm not going to use either of them, so they'll just get scrapped like everything else. And that's going to be the big benefit to target farming. In the areas that you've picked through that menu, they're gonna drop a lot of the reactors of choice. Now, I know it can be pretty annoying to want to go out and get those extra little stats, but they do help a lot, especially when you're trying to copy and get to the level of those builds you see. You know, you see Ultimate Lepic killing bosses in seconds, you know, you have people having huge AoE farms for Lepic, you have quite a lot for him. That's why I really wanted to get myself a good reactor, and I feel like everyone else should try to get themselves a good reactor for even just your main character. Get yourself a good reactor. The last thing you're going to need to do when it comes to your reactors, when you finally get one you're happy with, I'm happy with the one I have. Obviously I could make it a little bit better. I probably will actually go and make it better when I'm off just farming at one point, but we'll get to one we have equipped on. This is going to be my skill critical hits and additional skill attack when attacking Colossus. The only thing I could ask for on an improvement on this, to get my Colossus damage up to gold, and maybe get either, at the moment, Greg's reverse face looking good, get that as an optimized condition, or just the Thunder Cage as an optimized condition. Both would work out for me, and the Nitro's Devotion's pretty good too, so I don't mind it. So I'm definitely going to upgrade this. It gets 700 more skill power. It costs 15 of these upgrade materials. They're not that hard to build. You build them at Annis. Fairly simple. And with that, that's the end of the video. Now, it was very short and very simple. It's more directed towards people who don't understand some of the more basic core mechanics of the game and needed help target farming reactors. I know it's not a lot of help to everyone, but to anyone it did help, please hit the like button and subscribe. We are breaking over 1k. We are doing super good on the channel, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. But I'm going to have to love you and leave you for now. Have a good day.